I am definitely not demure. Demure, to be quiet and shy and sweet, reserved, modest, not drawing attention to yourself. Without being arrogant or conceited, I wish to embrace the extroverted, confident, shameless, bold, sociable, friendly person that I am, fun and unrestrained. So who is this basic-looking woman that has taken over my body? This is not even giving demure. This is giving boring, basic, T-shirts, sweatpants, and you expect to go outside looking like this? Oh, no. Girl, get it together. We got to do better than this. All right? It's not the end of the world. Lift your head up. Close your mouth. No. We need to do something more. So look at the nails. The nails are basic, boring. This is not giving opulent, extravagant. This is not giving outgoing, fun. What? This is not giving festive as we approach the holiday season. So I'll be right back. All right, so we got our nails done. We ate. Let's put on some accessories, change our clothes while we talk about the importance of being yourself, embracing who you are. And let's talk about losing friends, family, acquaintances, and in my case, subscribers, because I shared my views about the election. What? People are losing relationships because of politics, okay? All right, we're going to talk about it. So first things first, let me put some lotion on these ashy hands before I show you the new nails. You know that feeling you get when you get a new nail set? It's just like getting your hair newly braided or a new hairstyle. It just makes you feel so good and lifts your spirits up. So especially for me, someone who spent most of my life in a very conservative field, and you know, when you're a doctor, you cannot be walking around with long nails. No, you cannot. Not really. Most doctors don't have long, ornate nails. It's just not professional and just not appropriate. So it's so fun for me now to be able to embrace these loud, well, it's not that loud, is it? It's actually kind of neutral, but I love them. I love the gold. I love it. All right, so I was thirsty. I'm going to have some soya milk. Like I said in the beginning, it's rather trendy nowadays to present yourself as demure. I think a lot of people think that being demure means being classy. And I think there are different ways to be classy or elegant or dignified without necessarily being reserved or shy or modest per se. I think the point is it's important to be yourself, to be authentic, to live according to your own values, beliefs, and passions. It will give you a lot of confidence when you can be able to step out as yourself without feeling pressured to look and act like everybody else. And as someone who grew up or spent most of my childhood in northern Nigeria, I know firsthand what that feels like. I know what it feels like not to be able to live as your authentic self, not to be able to express yourself because societal expectations are valued over the individual. Yes, just because demure is trending doesn't mean you need to dress like everybody else. Boring. Really, though, I think being yourself is important because it improves your mental health. It really does. It helps reduce stress when you're not worrying about conforming, when you're not worrying about looking and acting like everybody else. By the way, you guys know I love makeup most of the time, even though I don't wear it as often recently because my eyes tend to be very sensitive to certain brands. Anyway, this dark green eyeshadow, what do you think? I wasn't sure. It's very, very bold. But you know what? No matter what color eyeshadow you wear, as long as you blur the edges, smudge it, blur it out, and that you don't have a sharp demarcation, it should be okay. It should be okay. We'll see. Or I might look like a clown going out. Anyway, have fun. Back to the importance of being yourself. Honestly, it's a great way to reduce stress. How? Well, because when you're not being yourself, it feels like you're constantly lying and acting to convince those around you of the false version of yourself, which causes stress. So be yourself. Stand up for yourself. Walk out as your authentic self. Stop worrying all the time about what people think, what they're going to say. Who cares? You see what the world is looking like nowadays? Be yourself. You know, who don't like it, don't like it. Oh well. Another reason why it's so important to really be yourself or tap into who you are supposed to be is that it's easier to find like-minded people who share similar interests because you're showing up as yourself. And so you will attract the right tribe, right? Instead of just faking it just to fit in. So in other words, find your own identity and don't get lost in everything or everyone that society wants you to look or act like. There's a quote that says, "You were born an original, don't die a copy." Which leads me to the subject of losing friends or coworkers or even family members, or in my case, subscribers, over the subject of politics. This election has definitely showed us, right? This election has definitely showed us who America is, showed us who some of our family and friends are, and showed us who some of our subscribers are. I made a video about the election and my thoughts and feelings about the election, and I also shared different points of view from regular people around the United States, their thoughts about the election and who they voted for. Well, a couple of you were very upset that I'd made such a video. People said like, "Oh, we did not subscribe to your channel to hear about politics." Someone actually had the nerve to say, "Why don't you talk about politics on another channel? Start another channel and don't do it on this one." Excuse me. This is my channel, okay? This is a channel I started as a video diary to document things that were going on in my life, okay? And as far as I know, the politics in the United States, the elections affect my life. And yes, this is not a political channel, and 99% of the content on this channel has nothing to do with politics. So on such a historical occasion, historical election, you did not want me to comment. Are you mad? No. Are you mad? You must be, because you want me to pretend that this election does not affect my life and those that I love and care about. You want me to pretend that this election is not a big deal and we should just not say anything because it's just politics. Some people like to diminish it and just say, "Oh, it's just politics. Get over it." No, it's so much bigger than that, okay? I'm sorry for those of you that were offended. I'm sorry if my point of view does not align with yours. I'm sorry, but I am not going to change it, and I am not sorry for feeling the way I feel. My feelings are valid, and those of you that have similar thoughts and ideas, your feelings are valid too. And I congratulate everyone who feels joyful that President Trump got elected. I congratulate you, but that's not how I was feeling. And I shared that. Like I stated earlier, you will lose some friends, you will lose some family members, you will lose some co-workers over this whole election. I lost a few subscribers, okay? I think about 8 to be exact. But in reality, I gained a ton more subscribers, and I'm so happy about that because, like I said, when you are authentic, you will attract the right crowd. You will attract the right tribes per se, right? And so if you're new here, you are welcome. I appreciate you. Keep an open mind. If you are Republican and you stayed, I am so happy you are here. Honestly, as you know, this channel is less about politics. It's more about lifestyle, creativity, medicine, health, cooking, you name it. And we're a happy bunch. So welcome. By the way, the more bracelets, the better, because I am embracing the whole maximalist look, okay? Call it bohemian, call it whatever you want. It makes me feel good. The more, the merrier. Comment below if you live in the USA and you've lost some friends or co-workers or family members over their views or your conflicting views over the election. Like, have you lost anyone yet, or are you looking at anyone differently? Let me know. This election has really shown us it's more than politics, because each candidate represents a certain set of values which you may or may not identify with. And it's also about basic morality, core values, character, which is very hard to overlook or ignore, despite what great things he or she may have done. By the way, an overly dressy necklace with a t-shirt, yeah, that's my business. That's what I want to do. That's what I feel like, okay?
So you voted for Trump and now you want to know if we can be friends? No. That's unthinkable to me. I don't have the privilege of saying politics is over here and my life is over there. My life is intertwined with politics. Quite often, politics is where I find identity, and it's also where I understand I can go to get and fight for my basic rights and the basic human rights of people I care about. It's a huge privilege to be able to say, no, my politics are over there and I am over here. I can't do that. Maybe elections where we could agree to disagree, this was not one of them. If you voted for Trump, you said his racism does not bother me. If you voted for Trump, you said his incompetence does not bother me. If you voted for Trump, you said the needs of other people do not bother me. So yeah, no, it's not all good. You cannot come for Thanksgiving. You cannot call me. You cannot be my friend. We are done.
It's also interesting that sometimes the argument or rift between friends or co-workers may not be about the presidential candidate or their political affiliation. Sometimes it's not about being Democrat or Republican. And sometimes, honestly, I wish there was a third party, like a middle ground. But that's another story. Anyway, sometimes it might be about issues like the friend or the family member downplaying sexual assault allegations, or downplaying police brutality, or the effects of racism on the job, or sexism, or the lack of diversity in the workplace, whatever. Sometimes that's where the arguments start, and you start to look at the person differently.
Don't be surprised if during the holidays you look over next to you and you don't see your sister, your daughter, your granddaughter, your aunt. Don't be surprised if you're having family pictures and they don't show up to the function. Don't be surprised that every family get together you have to beg them to come. Don't be surprised that the next time that you're trying to see them they've completely skipped town. Don't be surprised that we have had to make an exit plan when you have voted for us to make that exit plan. Don't be surprised. And a lot of people say that men are going to be very surprised when they find out that their daughters aren't near as forgiving as their wives. Don't be surprised when my daughter isn't near as forgiving as I was.
Okay, I finally think I have enough jewelry on. Enough with the necklaces, bracelets, earring, rings. I think it's enough. And now I've changed into a tulle skirt. I have this skirt in different colors, and I think I will link it for you or something similar if I can. But no, seriously, things have definitely changed, and you're going to feel a certain way based on how people are reacting to certain issues and how they say things. It's not the same anymore. It's just not the same. And for now, word on the street is a lot of black women are going to just sit back and relax. They're done. Have you heard this? A lot of them in America are like, we're done. Okay? America has spoken. We will now focus on building our businesses, building our communities, building ourselves up. So I don't know where you're at in all of this, but that's what I'm getting. Anyway, let me put on this conservative looking coat, which is a very nice wool coat. But nah, I'm not sure. That's not the vibe I want to give. Not the vibe I want to give with this outfit. Let's find something a little bit more fun, don't you think? It is a nice coat though, but it's not cold enough here in North Carolina. I'm so goofy. All right, off the coat comes, and let's find something else. So this coat is fun from Pretty Little Thing, I believe. Yeah, it's a very warm, fun coat, and it just makes me feel so happy when I put it on, and it's so cozy. I'm going to try to be balanced. And from my point of view, in the end, really, whether you're Republican or Democrat, whether you're black or white, Asian, Latino, whatever group you fall into, immigrants, whatever, there is no perfect president. Really, that's what I believe. There is no perfect president for everyone. Some will give you what you want, some won't. Some will give you closer to what you believe based on your ideals and values. And I guess in the end, we'll just have to wait and find out. But the truth is, most of us in America or Americans love this country and we want what's best for this country. And some of us are just simply scared. So that's all I'm going to say. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone again. And I hope you enjoyed this try on or get ready with me. Not really a try on, but get ready with me. Do you like my vintage bag, Louis Vuitton? It goes pretty well with this coat, right? It's giving rich auntie. And on that note, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the segment about being yourself. And I hope you enjoyed listening to my commentary about this election and losing friends and losing co-workers or colleagues. And let me know whether you've had similar experiences. I like this kind of bougie way of wearing the coats like that on your shoulders. But realistically, I don't ever do that. No, I don't. Oh, yeah, we got to pop on the shades. Got to pop on the shades for some extra coolness. These are my Ray-Bans, by the way. Yeah, I got them a few months ago. You would have seen. Look at her. Now go out there and be your extra fabulous person. Lift your head up. Bye.